Welcome back to the Neshoba Valley Chamber Business Buzz. My name is Melissa Federhoff. I'm president and CEO of the Neshoba Valley Chamber, and I'm excited to be here today with my friend Charlie Nikopoulos of Nikopoulos Insurance Agency. Welcome.
Thank you, Melissa. Glad to be here.
So you've been involved in the chamber for a number of years, but longer than that, you have been running Nikopoulos Insurance Agency.
That's correct.
30 years, I think.
1990. So
Wow.
yeah, a little bit longer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
36.
Okay, all right. I need to update. Tell us how you got involved in running Nikopoulos Insurance Agency.
Well, it's funny because the insurance industry was the last industry I thought I'd ever get involved with. Truth. But I was an account major. I started off as an insurance auditor for a major company, and then I saw the professional side of it. I always was helping people during the audits. So I worked for a national company, a direct writer for 4 years, then went to the agency side, and they really polished me up, and I had great mentors.
Nice.
So I decided to go in 1990 on my own because I understood the process, and I always wanted to have my own business.
Yeah.
So it made sense.
Nice. And your wife, Kim, works with you,
Yes.
as does Next Generation.
Yeah. Alex has joined us. Yep.
Alex has joined.
We're very excited about that.
Very exciting.
Next Generation, he's a quick learner, and he's done very well.
Yes, he's so a little plug for Alex. He's also one of our chamber ambassadors, and he has jumped right in, getting involved, and he's doing a great job. You should be. I know you are, but should be proud of him. He's doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
So we're happy to have him on our team too. So today we're going to talk a little bit about running an insurance agency, talk about things that businesses should need to know. Because I think too, it's like one of those things, you get your insurance and then you never think about it. So what would you say, I guess, let's start there. What would you say is the one thing that businesses should do always?
The businesses, on the business side, they should review the insurance at least minimum every 3 years, minimum. But usually the larger companies will look at it every year just to see the pulse of the economy and what's going on out there in the industry. So we like to sit down with our clients on an annual basis because things change. And so we want to go with the changes.
Because what happens if you don't stay on top of things like that?
Oh, well, what ends up happening is they end up hiring more employees, and we don't have the pulse. And before you know it, everything at the end of the year gets audited. So, and then the prices go through the roof, and they don't expect the audit. So we don't want any surprises.
And sometimes too, if a business doesn't tell you, I don't know, they get new equipment or whatnot, they're not insured for.
That is correct. Yeah.
So they're not properly being insured.
That's correct. Yeah. So we always tell them in the initial meeting with them that if any changes within your business, well, you should contact us no matter what, just in case. And even if you think you have the coverage, call us just to make sure.
Yeah. Nice. What risks do you see that businesses or individuals underestimate?
Oh, it's funny because the auto insurance is crazy in this economy because you've got various competition out there, and on the commercials that are out there, they're saying certain things that not exactly accurate. So you got to be careful of doing it online by yourself because there's a lot of that next generation is very tech savvy.
Yeah.
So they think if they can do it on their own, then before you know it, they have a deductible for glass. Their personal injury protection coverage, they have a deductible for that. And normally you don't have deductibles for those coverages.
Okay.
And they have minimum coverages versus something that is adequate for them. So and they think they're getting a deal. Sometimes they have a 6-month policy. They think they have an annual policy. So again, they think they can do it on their own, but really you need to advocate. We advocate for them, but they need to consult someone. But they think they can get a better deal going direct like that.
Well, yeah, the ads are a little misleading, I think, for sure. Well, and obviously, I've been involved in the chamber for such a long time. It boggles my mind just that even people there's people down the street that I can have a actual live one-on-one conversation and I know you're looking out for my best interests. So that's what I like. It's somebody that I know that I, like I say, right down the street.
Exactly. The best part is when they come in, whether it's a business or a personal policy, we tell them, call us. We want to have interaction with them no matter what. If they add their daughter or son to the policy, that's very important as well. But we don't say, well, here's the policy, don't bother us. We want to hear from our clients. And when they have a claim, we want to hear from them so they can we can strategize with them.
Yeah.
Because that's very important, because a lot of people give an 800 number. We strategize with them, say, listen, this is how you should look at this claim.
Yeah.
Should you put it in?
Yeah.
And if it makes sense or not.
Yeah. So talk about, there's different types of insurance. There's the auto, home. What types of insurance do you guys work with?
Okay. On the business end, workers' comp, liability, property, umbrella, directors and officers, professional liability. On the personal lines end, life insurance, we have a program for that. Home, auto, RVs, personal umbrellas, and fine arts coverage.
What's fine art?
It's artwork. It could be
okay.
any type of color. It could be a really fancy Steinway piano.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice. So you a little bit everything under the roof, if you will, almost.
See, when you think of Nikopoulos Insurance, it's property and casualty insurance. We don't get into the disability or the health insurance.
Yeah.
That's a specialized area.
Yeah.
We'll refer them out to other associates that we know, but we don't enter that field.
And for somebody that has never done insurance before, does it make sense to put everything, I know that they have the term umbrella, under an umbrella, and
Every client is different. If you're someone just getting out of college and you're starting out, you don't want to be insurance poor. Okay, so an umbrella is most likely not necessary.
Yeah.
You probably need apartment insurance and auto insurance at that point. But as you grow in your industry, they buy a house or a condo, then we would review that portion of the policy and say, does it fit their budget at this point?
and that's why it's important for somebody to sit down and talk about everything on the table.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. So what does a strong insurance strategy look like for a business owner today?
Oh, it is. You should have $1 million limit for the liability insurance. Make sure your building, if you own the building, is properly protected, replacement costs on it. And carry an umbrella that sits over the workers' comp, the commercial auto, and the business itself. And so we like to package it nice and neat that way. Sometimes we can't get the same companies to do certain things because one is priced less expensive. But still, we will look at each client individually and really design a nice package for them.
Nice. How do you think that the risk landscape has changed over the years?
It's been a lot of people see, because of the economy, the way it's changed, prices have gone up on materials. So in the industry, in the construction industry, it's dramatic, right? So even in the auto industry, right? Your cars, the electric cars is a game changer right now. So you have to make sure you have the comprehensive and collision coverage on those vehicles because it's very expensive to replace. And the values on the job sites, the value of the constructions of homes and stuff like that have gone up. So you have to make sure that you have proper protection if you're a home builder building a home and having a builder's risk in place with the proper protection as well. Yeah.
All right. How often, so we talked a little bit about how often people should be looking at their coverage, at least annually.
Right.
What should trigger a policy review or assessment?
If you see a jack up in prices, I was seeing a lot of industries that going. We got a call this the other day. It went through the roof, and the guy has 9 vehicles, and the prices. When he told me the price, I go, listen, let's do an assessment. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but let's take a look at it. Something doesn't seem right about this, and then it gives us opportunity to really review in detail his insurance policies, and if he has the proper protection, we said, listen, leave it alone. It's done correctly, and these are the reasons why the increase happened.
Okay. Nice. How do you help your clients prepare for the unexpected before it happens?
Well, we tell them, like, central alarms, burglar alarms, and if they have secondary homes, they should have freeze alarms. And so if you're up in Maine or down the Cape, have a secondary home, you should have something on the pipes that it's called, it's a freeze alarm. So if it gets a certain temperature, it notifies you and saves you, especially if you have a finished basement. We see that quite often. And we tell our clients, believe it or not, to keep the costs down, go with a higher deductible because you don't want to put the small claims in. It makes more sense. So you're saving over time because the claims don't happen often. But when they do, you want to put it in when it's significant because it's for catastrophic. It's not a maintenance program, but people think, well, I have this insurance. Isn't that what it's for? No, it's for catastrophic things, not for maintenance.
Well, and it affects your insurance every time you put in a claim. So if you're putting in for the little claims,
it's going to hurt you in the long run because all of a sudden, if you put in multiple claims, then the big claim happens, which is necessary. And those 2 small claims, all of a sudden you go into the pool. No one wants to touch you for 6 years, and the rates go through the roof, and you don't get the right proper protection as you had with a standard company.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me what you why. So you've been involved in the Neshoba Valley Chamber for years, and why do you think it's valuable for businesses to stay connected and be involved in the chamber?
Oh, it's a great organization. When I went for a couple of years, I dropped out, and then I said, you should try come back. And I said, no, what, you're right. So once I came back, it was a big mistake leaving because I met so many friends and advocates. I have my own board. Right?
Yeah.
I can bounce things off of in every industry, but we have a lot of fun.
We do
have
a lot of fun.
And the activities that are created by you and the team, it's great. We really enjoy it.
Thank you.
And Alex, as ambassador, he can't wait not only to join the chamber, but join the local Rotary Club too.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
big combination.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right, let's switch gears a little bit, and we're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Sure.
One word that describes insurance today.
Security.
Okay, I like it. Biggest myth about insurance coverage.
I don't need it.
Yeah. I know you don't do health insurance, but I saw an article in the Boston Globe. That's a big issue right now. It's, that's another whole other bag of not fun. What's more important, price or protection?
Protection.
I mean, I kind of knew the answer for that. What is one thing that people are surprised to learn about the work that you do?
The details. We pay attention to the details. Kim has an accountant background, attention to details, tax account. So that's the best thing, having coming in the office 15 years ago, because when she sits down with a client, you ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Well, it's your biggest asset when it comes to your home or your business, right? So we ask a lot of questions, and we take them through a process. We want to hold their hand and take them through a process so they understand it. They don't have to understand it 200%, but have a good idea of what they have and what to expect if something does happen.
Yeah. Nice. Excellent. Let's see. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you think that our listeners need to know about?
No, we covered a lot, but all I can say is if you with an agent, you don't want to bounce around. You don't want to bounce around insurance carriers. All I'm saying is if you're with a carrier for a long time, you have loyalty credits, and you should be loyal to your present agent. If something's way out of line, then that's a different story. You should actually do some checking up, but anyone can make a mistake. No one's perfect. But people thinking every year you can shop it around and bounce from one company to the other, you definitely do not want to do that, because you'll save for 1 year, then all of a sudden the rates are going to go back up again, and then the loyalty credits are out the door.
And there's a question of you saved for that year, but were you in the right package that you should have been in?
Exactly.
So, yes.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you get less coverage.
Yes.
When you switch, and you don't realize it because it's not fully explained to you.
Right.
Especially if you do it on your own.
Yes.
On the internet. That's the tough part.
Yeah. So for folks that want to talk to you about insurance, want to learn more, where can they find you?
978-456-9700 or nikinsurance.com, and you can reach out to us anytime. Anyone on our team will answer the phones. We answer the phones, so we take pride in answering our phones. We don't use service centers.
Yeah.
So anyone will pick it up, and we'll love to help you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me, Melissa.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for tuning in and sharing with us hearing from our friend Charlie. And of course, special thanks to AJ of Clear Signal Productions, our podcast producer. Have a wonderful day.